Libra. How are you guys? Libra, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate all of your time and your energy, your love, your patience, your support. Like, thank you guys so much for it. I really, 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 really appreciate it. Happy birthday to all of my Libras. It's still currently Libra season. I know I missed out on the September Libra birthdays because I didn't post. So if your birthday was in September and you're a September Libra, happy belated birthday to you. If your birthday is in October Libra, happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you all enjoy it. Let's go ahead and get right in. I'm a Libra as well, so just saying. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the message. For the month of October, Spirit, what is the strongest message that Libra needs to hear for the month of October? What is the strongest message that Libra needs to hear for the month of October? Libra, I will go ahead and preface this right now that sometimes I do talk a little bit more harsh to my Libras because I'm a Libra myself, and it's really about me working past the message, like trying not to put myself in the message, or sometimes it's literally me fussing at myself. So, I just got to go ahead and just say that right now. Don't think that I'm mean. I'm not mean at all. I'm very, very nice. But sometimes when I'm talking to Libra, I feel like I'm talking to myself, and I have to be very, that. So let's go ahead and see what the message is. Get a couple of more good shuffles. After this, we'll go ahead and cut the deck and see what Spirit has for us, okay? The Hangman. The Three of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords. And the High Priestess. Okay. So Libra. Starting off the month of October, I really feel like for some of you, there's just not a lot that you can do about a particular situation. For some of you, I feel like you feel a little helpless. Some of you, some of you who are dealing with certain insecurities, it can kind of translate from helplessness to hopelessness. And that's not really necessarily healthy, but I do feel like that is a message for some of you out there, okay? Now, the Hangman starting off in the beginning of the month, yes, like I said, some of you are very helpless in a situation, okay? There's not a lot that you can do. You've done as much as you can do already, and now you're just being called to just kind of hang out and allow Spirit to move on the things that need to happen around you. The things outside of your control, the things that you can't control, you're allowing those things to happen and fall into place so that you can, get yourself back up right again, right? So like the Hangman is saying basically, you're just kind of hanging out. You're just kind of looking at things happen, and you've really done as much as you can. It's really, some of you it is almost debilitating for some of you Libras, okay? The Three of Pentacles here. The Three of Pentacles, I see that there is definitely something that you do want to work out. You are looking, and it's like, oh my God, the Hangman is like looking toward the Three of Pentacles. So it's like you really, really, really want this to work out. However, like I said, you're kind of being forced to hang around a little bit and wait on those plans to actually come to fruition, or wait on that structure to actually start to take form that the Three of Pentacles brings. All right, you're waiting on those things to happen. You just can't do anything about it, or you've already added as much ingredients to the pot as you can add. Okay, and all you can do is stir. But with the Hangman, you can't even stir the pot anymore. You're just hanging out. The Ten of Swords here is letting me know here that Libra, for a lot of you, this is really painful for you. Okay? For a lot of you, this is really painful for you. In fact, the Ten of Swords moment is where I feel like it's almost like you're being put out of your misery. You can think about it that way. You're being put out of your misery. There's so much things going on, so much things that you're worried about. And then now finally the end has happened, okay? And now you don't have to suffer anymore. All right, you don't have to worry about it. So it's definitely the ending or the closing of a situation. But with the Ten of Swords there, it is more so where this is kind of happening to put you out of your misery in a way. This is kind of happening, it's almost like a forced stop, okay? So that you can move to the next situation. Because the High Priestess here, rounding out the end of October, the High Priestess here is letting me know that by Halloween, by that last week of October, you're going to begin to intuitively kind of know um, the way things are going to kind of end up for you. Okay. And Libra, what I see is I do see that there is some sort of ending to something. The Ten of Swords, it can be looked at as very negative. Okay. But there is an ending to something, and it is approaching, and it is approaching fast. And it could be that this Three of Pentacles energy doesn't necessarily work out, despite the fact that you are being very, very, very patient and very, very, very willing to allow things to naturally take course without you having to put your hand too much into it. Okay. And I think, oh yeah, that's where I was going with that. With the Ten of Swords, I think this is just the moment where you just realize, like, oh, I can't put my hands too much into it. I can't, you know, like I'm stressing myself out trying to hold on to this particular outcome, trying to hold on to a particular idea, that now that I can't actually do anything, it's just like, oh, I might as well just give up. I might as well just die. And it's like, it's almost where you're feeling that. Okay. But the High Priestess here at the end of the month is letting me know that for a lot of you Libras, intuitively, once the end of the month comes, you're going to know what this was all for. You're going to be able to know what the lesson was for. It's, in fact, the Hangman and the High Priestess are both very intuitive cards to me. Of course, the High Priestess being self-explanatory, but with the Hangman, it's like, okay, while you're hanging out here in this position, not really being able to do much, you can still see. And in fact, you see things a little flipped, you see things a little different because you're upside down, so your perspective is changing about certain things. Okay, it's like, oh, now I see how this could have worked out, you know. But it's like, but what you've already done has already, like, what you have already done, or what you've already contributed into the situation with the Ten of Swords, it's already like coming back to you as like, okay, this situation just needs to be over. Because, you know, Spirit needs you to actually see the reasons why things happened the way it happened, and not, you know, it's like the understanding that you don't get with this Ten of Swords energy. To me, like, the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords are like two of the most stressing cards ever. That Nine of Swords being about stress, and then that Ten of Swords being about what that stress finally does to you once, you know, once you hit the end of it. And it's just like, okay, yeah, it's the end, but it's like a bitter end. It's a bitter end here, Libra, and I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh yeah, look, under the deck we have the Five of Wands. So conflict, disagreements, different motivations. You know, people having different motivations. Okay, that could be a lot to do with why this Three of Swords, this Three of Pentacles energy is coming out, because it's like the plan is trying to be formulated, but people are having different motivations. People are having different reasons for wanting to succeed in something. So when it's not lining up, there's like this tug of war. Okay, there's like this tug of war. And eventually it ends, but it doesn't end necessarily pretty. And then once it does end, it's like, oh, because this is what I should have learned. What I'm seeing here, Libra, is I'm just the message that Spirit. I don't want to scare you. I don't want to scare you, Libra. The message that I'm getting here from Spirit is to just not be so attached to outcomes, because when you are so attached to outcomes, even if it does work out, if it's the slightest like imperfection to your idea of how it was supposed to work out, then it creates that Five of Wands energy. It creates that five. You know, it's like, dang, like, you know, these two, like, I don't think these two people are twins, but if you look at them, it's like they're pretty much the same. You know, they're pretty much equal. You know, they're pretty much equal. But what makes them different is, like I said, their motivations. Okay. What makes them different is, you know, the end result, what they want to see in the end result. Okay. I do feel like the Three of Pentacles energy, it does have the potential to work out. Okay. It definitely does. All right. But you cannot attach yourself to an outcome. You can't be disappointed if it doesn't work out exactly the way that you want it to work out. All right. You already know this, Libra, with the High Priestess energy. You already know things never work out the way you want it to, especially if you can't necessarily put your own hands in it. All right. But you just have to trust that you've done enough up to this point to where that things can actually work out at least somewhat favorable to the outcome that you originally wanted. Okay. So, but stay away, definitely stay away from conflicts. In October, Libra. Certain conflicts are going to make things end versus work out. Okay. And this High Priestess energy is telling me that you'll be able to be very intuitive about what those energies are as you approach it. But let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards. Spirit, thank you so much for that message. Somebody needed to hear it. All right. So let's go ahead. Oh, all right. We got a couple of cards out. All right. So the first card we have is the Queen, love and prosperity. I like that. The next card we have is the Caduceus or the Caduceus. I never know how to pronounce that. But anyways, it says that you will receive news from afar. And our last oracle message that we have is the Chimera. Imagination clouds your judgment. Ooh. Now, I know some Libras that definitely tend to hear that. Okay. But love and prosperity, I do feel like there is a lot of love in this situation. There's a lot of care in this situation. Whether it's for a person or it's for some sort of project that you've involved yourself in, or just whatever it is, there's a lot of love and a lot of passion here. There is a lot of potential for is I almost see this kind of like the I always see this card, even though it's not a tarot card, I always see it like as the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, because this person is very willing to be giving, so it's no coincidence to me that it falls kind of right under the Three of Pentacles, because I feel like Libra, for a lot of you, the way that you try to work things out is you start to become giving because you feel like, okay, if I give, then nobody has any, nobody should have anything bad or negative to say or anything like that, right? Nobody should be able to feel any type of way. I'm giving, right? I'm giving love and I'm giving resources, and I'm, trying to be intuitive. I'm trying to listen to my intuition, right? Now we do have the Caduceus. You will receive news from afar. Okay, so Libra, someone that is at a distance to you definitely can be giving you messages. They could be sending you some messages in the month of October. There's some communication here. Look at the symbol right here. So I get the feeling that there's some sort of healing that needs to take place. All right. So the conversations that you and somebody are going to have about how something is supposed to work out, it is supposed to cause, it is meant there for healing. Okay. So whatever conflicts that you're having, they are being healed. The Chimera, imagination clouds your judgment. Libra, get out of your mind with that Ten of Swords. Oh my God, this fell perfectly. Get out of your mind here with this Ten of Swords that it falls right under. Okay. Imagination clouds your judgment. That Swords energy is all about your imagination. Your imagination is running wild. But why wouldn't it, right? Because all you have time to do is sit there and wonder. With the Hangman, all you have time to do is sit there and wonder and create scenarios and, whatever. But what's happening here is you are kind of setting yourself up for failure in a little bit, because it's like these swords are killing you. All right, what's on your mind? These scenarios, these whatever your imagination is doing, it's hurting you. It's hurting you rather than healing. And with the high priestess kind of coming up on that same side of the energy there, I definitely get the feeling that this is something that you probably have already been told before. This is something that you already know. Something maybe your spirit guides have already shown you. Um, I feel like also some of you, if you're connecting with spirit guides, like they are trying to tell you, like they're trying to replace those negative thoughts that you have with positive ones. But the energy is really hard to do that. I do see that the energy is really hard to do. Okay. But let's go ahead and roll some dice. All right. So we've got the sun, the number 10, and then, oh, look, Gemini. Is that Gemini? No, that's not Gemini. That is, uh, let's see, that's Pisces? No, that's Pisces. I'm sorry, I'm still working on my symbols. Don't act like I don't know my shit. I'm still learning the symbols. So, anybody know what that is? I'm gonna get it. Um, it's not Pisces because that's Pisces. It's not Gemini because that's Gemini. What is that? I feel like I know it. Oh God. Well, I had a paper that I had a little cheat sheet. Hold on, you guys. I might try to edit this out. I might not. But we're gonna learn. Let me pull up this. Hold on. Oh, that was Pisces. Yeah, I knew it. That's why I couldn't figure it out. All right. Anyways, sorry. Pisces energy. So I'm looking at this, and so Libra. So we've got the number 10. We've got the Sun. We've also got Pisces energy. Okay. So with this energy, I am feeling. Yeah, you guys are definitely feeling more intuitive with that Pisces energy. You guys are definitely feeling very. Sensitive around this time, which is understandable. We do have the sun coming out, which is saying that it's understandable why you're feeling sensitive, and it's because there is a lot of things that are being revealed, they are being shown. And also, we've got the number 10 here. So, again, we've got this 10. So, the end of something is approaching. All right. The end, I feel like, what did I feel? What I feel is I feel like the end of some sort of conflict is approaching, Libra. And now it's to the point to where you're going to have to say, okay, the end of this conflict is approaching. What do I want to do about it? Do I want to take everything that's been revealed to me? Do I want to take that and do the best things with it, or do I want to take that and just begin to feel sensitive and down and depressed about it? Because the energy can go either way there. All right. So sorry about that snafu there with me not recognizing that symbol. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, I'm still learning the symbols, like what the symbols actually look like and mean. So I got kind of confused for a second there. But now that we got that out of the way, I'm really glad that we were able to get this message across, Libra. So let me know how this works out in the comment box below. I've talked a very long time. I think you guys might be the longest reading, which I knew that was going to be because, like I said, I talk to my Libras a lot different than I talk to the other signs. Usually because I feel like I'm talking to myself. So with that being said, Libra, let me know how this works out in the comment box below. It's always a pleasure to read those comments. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for thumbs upping. Thanks for subscribing. Libra, it's been real. You have a great day.